O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This is...
Where can you drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Where can you drive the new 2025 Acura RDX for only $399 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
It's big. It's gigantic. It's the Toyota of Hollywood Super Sale. Over 2,000 Toyotas from just $17,988. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. Join the fun and get a super deal at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
South Florida, listen carefully. Osmani Garcia with Omega Realty Group is changing the game. He's not just listing homes. He's guaranteeing to sell yours in 30 days or less, or he'll buy it himself. No excuses, no delays, no fine print games. This is real. If you're serious about selling, call 305-440-1990 and see if your home qualifies. Osmani Garcia delivers results. Osmani Garcia, the home of the 30-day sale guaranteed, where guarantees are backed by action. Call now, don't wait. This market won't wait for you. Restrictions apply. Call 305-440-1990.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Where can you drive a new Acura ZDX for only $439 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Before
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, sir. We're coming to you live from beautiful Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Yes, sir. Alan and the boys out here ready to rock and roll. And we'll be out here for a couple of hours having some fun after a beautiful night last night by the Florida Panthers. And, of course, here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, they are running a special Memorial Day sales event that honors those who protect, serve, and care for our communities. The Memorial Day eligible U.S. military personnel and first responders will receive an additional $500 discount off the MSRP on any new Subaru vehicle. So call them, 754-799-4129, or come on out here at 16100 Pines Boulevard. Tell them that Big O sent you. Besides that $500, you mentioned that you heard it on our show, and you get another $500. So, I'm just saying that's, last time I checked, that's $1,000, right? That's $1,000. I don't know. But, that's how it is. That's what they do here. And there's the QR code, too. So if you're also a first responder, you can enjoy one hell of a vehicle here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Reliable. Their customer ratings are through the roof, #1. I mean, everybody's known this Subaru, and their cars look really cool now. So check it out. Myself, I'm looking at the Solterra because that's what I'm looking at as the SUV. I will be getting one in 2026. There's no doubt I will be turning in my car. The one thing I love my Camry, but I've had the worst luck with it. The worst luck with it. Like, I've had all these little dinks and dents all over the place. The latest was on this trip to AC/DC. Yeah, there was like a crack on the road, and it hit, and I don't know what popped up, but it tore off the back of my bumper a bit. It was like weirdest thing, dude. Seriously, weirdest thing. Anyway, so just it's one of those things. That's why I haven't even fixed it. Like, it's been like 3 years straight of this, that, and if I would have fixed it, all this other stuff would have happened to it, and I would have been so pissed. It's like terrible. I'm like, okay, I'll fix it like the day before I sell it. I'll fix the little cosmetic stuff all over the place and then sell it, and then that's it and move on. That's what I'll do next year. Bitcoin, by the way, is at 108,000. He's got it already, of course, man. Huh? Of course. Those of us that know, we know. No, not yet. He's probably looking. No, he's looking at crypto.com. Like right now it's 108,493. It's 108,800 is the tip. But if you go to crypto.com right now, we're over 109 right now, guaranteed at crypto.com. Legitimately, we're at 108,493. If I go to Coin Market Cap, which is where I should, we're going to 110. I put it out this morning. If I go to Coin Market Cap, which, that's like, to me, that's like the official one that keeps up with the real price of Bitcoin at the moment. Damn it, where are you? Okay. Here, I'll just do it this way. Here we go.
Okay. We are at 109, 199, 109, 222. We're flying now. Yeah, when I said we were going to 110, go check, pull up the tweet. I said, hey, we're going to 110. We're going to 110, and we're already over 109. We're at records already. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, dude. Damn. You know, I can't wait to tweet out to people, hey, we're at 116,000. Did you listen to me when we were at 16? Oh man, that is going to be fantastic right there. That alone right there makes my day. That, you know, and any of you that got in at 16 or 18 or 25 or 30 and you're up here with us, you're loving life, dude. You're loving life. You know what I'm talking about. You know how it's going. Damn, that is impressive that we are at 109,222. That's an 109,400. We are at all-time highs now. That's it. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Okay? All right? All-time highs. Wow. Okay? Whew. Yeah. Oh. All right. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You can't beat that. That is just, I don't know. I'm just excited. Excited. The Panthers and Bitcoin, the two teams that can't let me down. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Wow. Telling you, man, that is pretty damn good. Whew. That is fun. That's fun. 110 today. 110. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I got in on the 50s. Oh, and loving it. There you go. Of course, dude. You've 2x'd already. Come on, man. That's freaking fun to 2x. You know? What for me, it's just this just for me is all justification. That's all it is. This is all just everything I've been telling you for nearly 6 years has exactly happened to a T. Banks crumbling, overprinting, overspending, dollar dying. Check out the 10 and 30-year bonds. All-time highs right now. It's not a good thing, by the way. That's a bad thing. We can't even sell our debt anymore. So that's how we're stretched out. And this is why I've been telling people about Bitcoin for years, because our dollar is getting destroyed. Like, look at Japan. Their dollar is even worse. They can't even sell our debt because if they do, their dollar gets even worse because our debt is not as bad as their debt. But it doesn't matter if you're talking about the ruble, the dollar, the mark. It doesn't matter. The peso, they're all dying. I think I've said that how many times? You know, I don't know, 100 times. And it doesn't matter who's in office. They cannot stop this. This is just a snowball, like in the cartoon. It starts little, and you can't stop it, unfortunately. So, yeah. So hang on and protect yourself. Not that I'm a financial advisor, not that I know anything whatsoever, but what can I tell you? 109,383. Wow, that is freaking beautiful, dude. That is as beautiful as it gets. Wow. Wow. That is phenomenal. I gotta say. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, last night was almost as phenomenal because, you know, you got to get to the cup to make it as phenomenal. But, you know, pretty good job by the boys last night. Absolute dominating. And let me tell you something about my lack of knowledge at times with hockey. You know, Dude, if I know something, I'll tell you. I feel like I know this. If I don't, I'm not going to tell you I'm an expert, and I never tell you I'm an expert in hockey. And this is from this. Look, listen to this. How twisted this is. Okay, this is from a Panthers point of view, of fan. So I'm going, okay, we're going to start this series against Carolina. They're tougher than Toronto. Okay, yeah, but I'm thinking of the old Panthers that couldn't. Right? They couldn't handle anybody's toughness. You know, they fold like the Heat and the Dolphins do. You know, like those two teams are like super soft. The Heat and the Dolphins, super soft. Soft as silly putty. Charmin, weak, flimsy. And they fold for anything. Heat and the Dolphins fold for anything. That's how the Panthers used to be. We used to make fun of them on this show with the Meow Meow song from Cat Mix or whatever, Meow Mix. And so we used to kill them for that because they would fold. And Carolina was a team that would beat them up. So I go, this is going to be a little harder because Carolina's tougher. So as the night's going on, I'm finding out they're not as tough as we are. We're super tough. And then I'm hearing the guys that actually know what the hell they're talking about. It's like, well, Carolina, I don't know if they can last 7 games of trying to play the Panthers game. And I'm like, whoa, because the one thing I do know about this matchup is they don't have more firepower than Florida. I watched Carolina in the last 2 rounds. Their offense is not nearly as potent as Florida's. So when I saw us take a lead, I felt even better. And then I feel even better now that I'm educated that they're tough, but they're not Panther tough. Because when the pros, the people that cover it, the experts, they're saying, no, this is not good for them. I did not pick up on that. Now I did. I'm getting educated. I pick up on it. I pick up a fact and I learn and I become a better fan. You know what I mean? But I went into this series thinking, okay, this is going to be a tough series because, they're a tough team like we are. Actually, they're not as tough now. So if I know you're not as skilled as Florida, which that I know, I'm guaranteed. I knew that. Now I feel even better. And it's only 1-0, so we can't get ahead of ourselves. It means nothing whatsoever. It's just one game. Carolina could get on some roll and play. You know how Carolina has to beat the Panthers? How the Panthers used to beat teams back in the 90s. Muck it up. Problem is, this is the team that can do it all. Oh, you want to get dirty? Okay. You want to play the fast game? We can do that too.
And they have the depth because before you could.
Oh my God!
You take one of the stars out.
Remember the Ekblad thing we were talking about?
You were done. Yeah. You would be
Ekblad suspended for 20 games. Oh my God, we're done.
There goes the defense.
It's over.
And done.
What did we do on this show? We celebrated.
Yeah.
No injury for Ekblad for the next 20 games. That is awesome. We got a fresh Ekblad. And that's what I thought. Why? Because we're super deep. Super deep.
And it's funny because the Canes have a block with the conference finals. They're 0-13 now after last night.
I know.
They've been swept, including the Panthers 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's in their mind. It's there. And the funny part to me is I know they're doing the little things, but Barkov and Kachuk really haven't.
They don't have to.
Been lighting it up. No, I know, but
loaded.
But that's the scary part about it. I think that's what everybody's looking at it going, damn, their stars aren't even chipping in as far as,
I thought of Ira last night. I can't wait to have Ira on Monday. Do you remember how he answered 2 years ago when I said Tyler or Verhaeghe? I got to ask him again. There's 2 more years of evidence and facts. He better not say Tyler. He better not say Tyler. He better not say Tyler on Monday. 2 years ago, I told him, come on, Verhaeghe or Tyler. And he still went, Tyler, bro. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Have you watched Carter Verhaeghe play? How clutch he is? And nothing's changed 2 years later. It's too many people.
And it's that damn Zito. He's awesome. It's freaking amazing, dude. Freaking amazing, bro. That was awesome last night. That was fantastic to watch. It was dominant. It was just, wow.
They infuriated him so much. They turned around and took a slap shot at Brad Marchand.
Yeah. 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 That guy should get fined, right? I would imagine.
I would think probably suspended because it was high.
Yeah. Yeah. He
It
could have gotten
high.
him in the face.
It wasn't like,
He
oh,
coulda
you
gotten
hit him
him
in
in
the
the
knee or something. No, it was high.
Yeah. It could have gotten him in the face. Yeah. Yeah. So crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. Yes. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The only difference is that Howie makes the coach and the quarterback interchangeable. I got to give Howie a little edge there. You know what I'm saying? Because, normally you come back and win the Super Bowl again. It's usually the same quarterback and usually the same coach. Unless we're talking the Washington Redskins. That Joe Gibbs made the quarterback interchangeable. Not everything. He made the quarterback interchangeable when he won 3 Super Bowls with 3 quarterbacks that aren't Hall of Famers, which is, it's just crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Oh, man. Ty in the Bronx. Thank you, sir, for the love on the super chat. Says Big O and Dolphins are a mess. Big O, yes, they are. Panthers in 5. Big O, Dolphins are a mess. Yes, we are. The Dolphins are a mess. Yeah. And it's not going to be a fun season, I'll give you something that I thought of, and I've talked a little bit about it. Okay. Bill Zito's team had the best record in the NHL and didn't make the finals. The following year, they made the finals and lost. The year after that, which was last year, they made the finals again and won it. And throughout, they've had to make changes, and they've had to make additions and subtractions in the process. And one of the things that has been consistent is that Bill Zito and Paul Maurice know who they are. And when you know who you are, you know exactly what players you need. And the Dolphins have no idea who they are for decades now. And that's because every time they change a coach, a head coach, every time they change a coordinator, we completely have a new identity. Oh, no, we're going to be more of a running team with Sperano and with Wanstead. No, we're going to be more of a passing team with McD. It's the weirdest shit. And unfortunately, we don't develop an identity. And the Panthers clearly have an identity, and it's dictated by the people at the top. And then they say, this is the way we're going to play, and these are the kind of players that we need in order to play like this. I've talked about this before. The Ravens have an identity, and they fill their needs year in and year out, no matter who the coach has been. The Steelers do the same thing. The Green Bay Packers have done the same thing lately. The Kansas City Chiefs are in the process now of doing that and establishing that. The teams that have an identity and then follow through that identity on who they are, no matter the coach, the next coach will assume the same identity. Not completely go from 3-4 because now we're going to be a full 4-3. Oh, no, this coach likes to switch it up between 4-3 and 3-4. No. We're either going to be one or the other, and that's what we're going to perfect. We don't do that. And so for me, when I'm watching teams around in pro sports, that is something that stands out to me. And now we have a team in town, okay? You know what I'm saying? That is doing the same thing. They have their identity. They fill their identity with the players that they need, and they continue to roll on. Is there any difference the way the Panthers play now every year? No. There's a difference from how they played 5, 7, 10 years ago. Yeah. But right now there is no difference because they have now figured out who they are, who they want to be. And this is because for many years, our team never played playoff hockey. They were soft. So when things got tough, we folded every single time. And when Bill Zito got here, immediately he started bringing a different kind of player. Well, you got to do that now. Okay? So either you're going to be powered by people like Ajayi and Ricky Williams, or you're going to do the Achan stuff. Which one is it? Okay? Is it going to be a mix of both? What's it going to be? Are you going to dedicate yourself to the run? You haven't. In a league where the most important element to any offense is running the football. And we don't understand that. So it's interesting. Before you have any success, before you establish any kind of winning streak, before you win anything significant, you need to have an identity. You need to establish that identity, and you need to prove that you can actually do this. The Dolphins have failed in all those areas. They have never done that for decades because it doesn't happen in the first week or the first month of the season, and it doesn't happen in one season. It happens over multiple seasons because you have to prove it week in, week out, year in, year out. You can have a good year. You can have a flukish year. But try having a consistent season every year. That's where you want to get to. That's what we used to be. And we had a guy in Shula that used to have to then adjust and change the identities constantly. But look at when he had ultimate success. One kind of identity. It wasn't about Woodstock. It wasn't about Marino and no running game. It's not later on, no quarterback. Sometimes you have a defense. Sometimes you have a running game. Now you have a quarterback, but you don't have a running game. You don't have an offensive line, and you're not a physical team. It's not there. Panthers have their identity. They know exactly who they are and what they want to be. The Dolphins have no identity and have no idea who they want to be. Yes, sir. All right. And don't forget, here at Subaru Pembroke Pines, they are running a special Memorial Day sales event that honors those who protect, serve, and care for our communities. This Memorial Day, the folks that are eligible, the U.S. military personnel and first responders, you will receive an additional $500 discount off the MSRP on any new Subaru vehicle. So come on out here, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Tell them that Big O sent you. You can see that offer also on the website if you want to check it out. And you can call them at 754-799-4129. And remember, first responders, military personnel, also mention my name, and you get $500 off. That's $1,000. Now, if you're not military personnel or first responder, come on out here, mention my name. You will get the $500. All right. NorCal says Bitcoin 109, 515, then back to 108. Yeah. That's kind of the way it goes. You hit an all-time high, and then you start, farting around there at that all-time high. Still think we'll go to 110. Hey, look at the puppy. Awesome. It's a golden, right? Yeah. I love goldens. Yeah. If you go to our Instagram page on Subaru, we're big on dogs down here. So they have the pet of the month and all that kind of stuff. So that golden is gorgeous, bro. Gorgeous. Don't tell me he's available because I'll take him home. And my wife will go crazy. It's like I can't have enough dogs in my house. It's just one of those things. I love dogs. They're therapy, bro. When I get home, they're therapy. That's just kind of the way I feel when I have a dog or many dogs. They brighten your day. They just make everything so much better no matter what the hell is going on, which is pretty amazing. Juan Mendoza says, by complete luck, I transferred all my coins in crypto into Bitcoin when it was at 60K, and I'm grateful I did. I wonder what happened to that dude that told me that he bought 10,000 and it was like at 55 or 60, 65 or something. I wonder how he's doing now. He's loving life. He's loving life. You know, not for nothing. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you bought Bitcoin, you're good, bro. It has not failed you, and it will not, because everyone else will fail you, and that will pump Bitcoin. It's just the sad part about it, dude. The sad part about it. What else do we have here? Jeff in Long Island, I see, is number one. Alexis Palenzuela, Jay Gelfin. The 1-1 tie yesterday. I saw that. Jamie Zorria, San Jose, says, remember to smash it and the like button too. Giovanni, been working some late hours here in our shop, but the Panthers helped the late part of the night go so much better. Go Cats. Amen to that. Oscar Rojas in. NorCal is hitting the button like a bong rip, he says. Okay. Ray Sosa. Gus 1388. Ryan C. Finns fan. Loving the Panthers. Boys look tough and fast. That's because that's what they are. Tough and fast. Cosa Nostra. Sweet Baby Ray. Ian loving the Bitcoin run. Big Johnson. Morning awesome game. What an obvious dirty play by whatever that guy's name, Gotts, whatever it is. Yeah. Hopefully he'll get fined. He thinks maybe even suspension. I don't even know if they can do that. I don't know all the rules. I'm not sure. I'm not strong on the rules part. You know, there was a play where I thought we were offsides and we weren't last night. And again, I was wrong. Rick Reyes, you are correct. Mike, no-go zones. Yes, definitely. Mike, you know what I tweeted out yesterday about Panthers saving our sports scene? Here's the tweet I put out last night after the game. Here it is. All the fins up disappointments, all the Miami Heat shortcomings last few years, the Marlins' cheapness, and Inter Miami's ineptitude and failure makes you really appreciate our Florida Panthers, who's the only franchise in town that knows what the hell they're doing. Time to hunt. That's what we put. So, yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. And yes, Brett, R.I.P. to Norm. George Wendt passed away yesterday from Cheers at 76. Sad to hear that, man. Sad to hear that. I was watching some interviews of him yesterday since he passed away, and I started watching some Cheers stuff. And I didn't know that Jason Sudeikis is his nephew. Oh, wow. Channing's dad passed away? Wow, man. Damn. Randy Crowder passed away. Channing's dad. Damn. Feel bad for Crowder. Sucks, dude. And I lost my dad. It's like something that you never recover from, man. It just sucks to lose a parent. It's just it's terrible. Terrible. Damn. Feel bad for Randy. Anyway, I was watching the interview with George Wendt, and I had no idea that Jason Sudeikis was his nephew. And then when they were asking about his acting, on the show, and he was like, "Yeah, it's really there was no acting. That was just me being me every day at the bar."
it felt like all of them, honestly, were just kind of.
Yeah,
like,
well, Ted Danson's.
Well, no, yeah,
he's
but-
definitely
yeah,
and so's Rhea Perlman. She's a hell of an actress.
Yes. No, I'm not saying that they're
But,
not.
yeah,
But it was
but-
like you're hanging out at a bar, just
that's-
having conversation.
They did play it off that way. They did play it off that way. But George was literally like, well, yeah, there's no acting there. That was actually me. I just had to be myself, and I could, do it for 11 years and make a hell of a living, right? Norm, so rest in peace, Norm, 76 years old.
The mailman. What was his?
The mailman?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Carl.
Was it? No, I think you're right.
Is it Carl?
Hold on, man. Let me look.
Just look at the IMDb. Which is the mailman? Now I forgot now. Was it Carl? I forgot now. Anyway, let's see. What's my favorite dog breed? Golden Retrievers and Carolina dogs. Golden Retrievers are, the greatest heart I've ever seen in my life. But what freaked me out was I now own a Carolina dog. And oh my God, my Carolina dog is the most gentle, sweetest, lovable. You just want to hug him like a big old stuffed teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? He is, wow, dude. He has the same characteristics of a golden retriever. And we lost our golden retriever 8 years in, which killed me, bro, because he was such a beautiful dog and so awesome, and cried like a fucking child, man, when that happened. So yeah, just a golden retriever and now a Carolina dog. Those two breeds are my favorite dogs. The ones that have grown on me now are Chihuahuas. I was never a big fan of Chihuahuas. I always thought they were kind of annoying. And I learned that when I have another dog that is officially annoying. I love him, but he's officially annoying. But the Yorkie, yeah, the Yorkie is annoying. He's beautiful. He's super dedicated, super loyal, beautiful, awesome, but annoying as a mofo. He barks at anything and everything in sight, bro. Anything. And so he is annoying. But my Chihuahuas have been awesome. Yeah. My little boy Ollie is just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. What else do we have here? Cliff. That's it. Cliff. That's it. There you go. NorCal got it. John Ratzenberger. Exactly, Brett. What's it called? Good morning. Oh, just tuning in. I must say, great lighting today. Thank you all for that. We're at Subaru. I'm not in the studio. I understand why people bring their dogs with them everywhere as emotional support. I totally understand that, actually. Yeah. I can't do it because I can't do a show and take care of a dog at the same time. So there's no way I can do that. Not even when I'm home doing my show. Sometimes I'll bring the dogs to show. I won't even bring the big dogs because there's no way, especially Maiden, who is a ball of fire and energy. There is no way I could bring her into my studio. She'll be tackling me, and it'd be a disaster. It'd be a disaster. The studio will like cave in or something if I bring her in there. But yeah. No, I understand emotional support from dogs. Totally understand. Finally pulled the trigger in Bitcoin yesterday, thanks to you, Big O. I had no idea Fidelity offered BTC. Let's go. Well, the idiots do now. Okay. Now, it took them a while, but yeah, but the idiots do it now. Just like Jamie Dimon. Same thing. JP Morgan now is going to offer Bitcoin to their clients. Meanwhile, Jamie Dimon has been lying to people for years, telling everybody that Bitcoin is a pet rock. The guy that was fined by the SEC $30 million for manipulating silver. Jamie Dimon. So his European arm is buying Bitcoin for the last few years while he tells everybody in America, don't buy Bitcoin. Why? Because he's tied to the banking system. Anybody and everybody tied to the banking system doesn't want to tell you about Bitcoin. Why? Because they know the dollar's crumbling, but they want you to crumble with the dollar. So, that's how. I don't expect any of you to be like me. I don't have any money. No cash. No cash. None. When I get cash, it's converted. Done. My money grows, not yours, but mine does. All my money gets converted to Bitcoin. All of it. I don't put anything in a savings account. I don't put anything in my pocket. I don't put anything in my wallet. I don't put anything in a piggy bank. I don't put anything on their mattress. I don't put anything anywhere. The second I get money, I convert it. I don't screw around. Not worried about it. I'm worried about money. So, whatever. I've been doing this for years. So I'm at a completely different plateau than most folks. I do not believe in money. None whatsoever. So I use it because I have to pay bills. Outside of that, that's it. So if he wanted to be paid in Bitcoin, I'd convert all his money to Bitcoin and send it to him. Whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I'm doing with myself and my family and my investments. No money. None whatsoever. The cash I have is because I'm going to use it for bills and something I have to pay. That's it. Eat some food or something like that. But any extra money that's lying around, it all gets converted. Every single penny. None of it will be available to die and lose value every single day. So all depends on how you look at it, man. Ethan Castafalo, BTO. Remember what I told you. Until we get the main catalyst going, altcoins will not run. Altcoins may go the other way. Bitcoin dominance is going to grow. Okay. Cash may grow some, but the rest of the altcoins, no, I don't expect them. Maybe, there might be outliers, but overall, the altcoin market is going to stay down for now. I don't expect it to go anywhere right now. Bitcoin's the one I expect to really go, So that's the one that I expect to run like crazy now. Okay. That's why I tweeted out this morning that, I think we're popping now to 110. Rand Paul just came out and said that the new budget is going to raise the debt ceiling $4 to $5 trillion. They're going to print, dude. That's when all risk assets fly. So that's what's going to happen. And then you see the bonds right now, the 10 and 30-year bonds are going through the roof right now. Nobody wants to buy our debt. So we have to raise the rates in order for people to buy the debt, which is scary stuff. It's not a good thing. It's a terrible thing when you see the rates going up. Okay? It's not a good thing. It's a terrible thing. Anyway, Ray says Chihuahuas have the macho side of them where they think they are the size of a German Shepherd. Yes. Yeah. Although my little boy Ollie kind of understands who he is, and he's like, no, I'll wait here. The other Yorkie attacks anything. He weighs 3 pounds, and he thinks he can take on the world. So there's a polar bear that stands like 12 feet tall. My Yorkie will attack him. He's Tua. He writes checks that his body can't cash. Same thing. Pat in Nashville says, I bawled after, it disappeared. Okay. No, Pat in Nashville. It disappeared on mine, so maybe he wants to rewrite it or something. I don't know. Big O, what do I think about Tyrell Dodson? I like him. He did a great job last year as a pickup. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I like him. I like Brooks. I like our linebackers. I like our defense. Not the secondary, but I like our front seven. Yeah. That front seven better be amazing. Dogs do wonderful things in hospitals everywhere to help for patients with life-threatening diseases. Their presence and interaction does wonders for the sick and elderly. Amen. Amen. I will have dogs in my life until I die. There's no doubt in my mind that my house will always have dogs in it. Always. Always. That, to me, a house without a dog is an incomplete house. That's kind of the way I see it. For me, personally. I'm a dog lover. A dog adorer. You know? So, and it's not just one. I need to have multiple dogs in my house. I don't even like having one dog because when you leave the house, that one dog is by themselves. I don't like that. So I always have a pair. That way, at least we have 4 at home. We had 5, but we always have like 2 small ones and 2 big ones, and that's how it'll always be. You know, they'll always have somebody to hang out with and play with and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that when you leave the house sometimes and you have to leave for a few hours and then the dog's all by themselves. That's not cool. You know, so I usually load up and have a couple extras. Pat says, now I bawled after losing my beagle and 2 cats. Losing my parents was very hard, but your fur babies are something on another level emotionally. He says, misspelled the word OCD in me. Yeah, man, it kills you when you lose your animals, dude. At least for me, the dogs are just as special as they get, man. It's so awesome. So besides my wife and my daughter, it's the other thing that I look forward to hanging out at home. Is hanging out with my doggies. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right. Where are we at, by the way? Where's the coin at right now? Have we gotten to? All right, we're at 108,864. Sell it all. That's it. It's crashing. Sell it all. Okay. All right. So we hit 109. New all-time high. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. All right. What else? Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. And the amazing Alan Blanco. Yes, sir. If you need custom printing and embroidery for your company, your corporation, your school, your entity, whatever it is. Okay. Because we've had actually, I thought we would get more business for like uniforms. And I think he's gotten one so far. But a lot of them have been shirts. A lot of them have been shirts, not uniforms. So they're kind of like uniforms, but not pants and, hats and shirts. I'm saying full uniforms. And a lot of people have called 3A Graphics for shirts, for their companies, for their picnics, for their trips, all that kind of stuff. So you can do the same thing anywhere in the country. Reach out to Alan. That's his cell number. You'll reach out to him, 786-618-1443. And you can do all of that through Zoom and email and all that. And then you can have it shipped to you right away. So reach out to my friends at 3A Graphics. They'll get it done for you. Panthers last night defeated the Hurricanes, dominated 5-2 to take a 1-0 lead. Bob had 31 saves for Hagee with a goal and an assist. Thursday night will be game 2 at 8 o'clock tonight. You should be watching Oilers and the Stars. And that will start off at 8 o'clock. So check that out. Game 1. Who advances to hopefully take on our Florida Panthers in the NHL Finals, in the Stanley Cup Finals. In NBA action, the Thunder last night routed the T-Wolves 114-88 to take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. Julius Randle with 28 points. The guy that you can't trust is the guy that came through, by the way, which is amazing. Actually, Ant-Man only had 28 points on a 5 of 13 shooting, which wasn't very productive. SGA led the way, of course, for OKC. 31 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. Tonight, 8 o'clock starts the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the Pacers and the Knicks, and the Knicks are favored by 4.5 points. The over and under is 223.5. Atlanta last night defeated the Fever in WNBA action 91-90. Caitlin Clark, 27 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. And the Aces dominated the Sun 87-62. Bam Adebayo's girlfriend, Asia Wilson, she's a force, dude. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Yeah, would be nice to get that from Bam. That is your 3 graphics sports calendar. If only Bam had her nasty streak, dude. Okay? We'd be pretty good there. It would help out a lot if she had it. Brett says Jack Russell Terriers have balls of steel and never back down. Yeah, I heard they bark a lot too. Despite their size, LOL. Saw a video with a Jackie and a Jaguar who were friends, and the Jackie was the dominant one and in charge. LOL. Yeah, I heard that's one of the reasons why I've never gotten a Jack Russell Terrier. Because, you always want to experiment with new dogs and check it out or whatever. But they've always told me that those dogs are really loud too, like Yorkies. I told my wife this will be the last Yorkie we own. I love Ziggy. He's a fantastic dog. He's super, super loyal. His loyalty is impressive. Okay? And he's really lovable. He's super cute. But damn. That dog he's annoying. Somebody's at the sidewalk of our house and he's barking. Not at the door. No. The sidewalk. His sense is sick. It's great for an alarm. You will not be able to approach my house without Ziggy going crazy. And then obviously that lights up the big dogs. And then when Maiden hears that, then she's like, and you're like, oh, God. The world's coming to an end here. Yes, sir.
Honestly, that's what my dog did. He trained my big dog to bark at everything.
Wow.
From the outside. Like if he's in the
my
gate
big dog does.
and there's somebody across the street, my big dog barks at him now.
Oh, because they see him.
They see him.
Oh, yeah. No, from the back window, my big dog sees the neighbor and he wants to, she wants to kill the neighbor. She wants to kill the neighbor. Luckily, there's a 6-foot wall, concrete wall, dividing us and the neighbor, so she can't jump it. But outside of that, no, my dog is like that too. But she doesn't start barking until she hears like somebody close to the door. Then she runs to the door and the door is shaking. You come to my house and you ring the doorbell, then the door will start shaking. You're like, and there's like these 2 big dogs that are pushing on the door, like, come on, mother effer, you come on, come at me, come on,
Here comes
There's Golden. If he comes here, I'll grab him.
You see,
grab him.
The tush push stays alive.
Good.
Push. Jason Kelsey came in last minute for the Eagles.
Good.
To help them keep it alive.
Good.
And then, did you see the schedule for the Eastern and Western Conference Finals? There's no days off for travel.
Oh, really?
It's from now until next
it.
Monday. There's a game every day.
We're good.
One or the other.
Did you see that video of the Panthers at the end of the last game with the idiots we just eliminated with Toronto? Like they were like at the end of the game and they were like, yeah, dude, I thought I could go for another 20.
Oh, yeah. On the bench. Yeah, they didn't want to stop playing.
Like,
yeah.
Damn, dude, this game ended. Like, I want to play more. I got more energy. And that was so cool. That was so cool. We have a very special bunch, and we have to embrace the hell out of this. We have to enjoy every moment, every Paul Maurice quote, every Kachuk smart-ass remark to the opponents, every hit by Bennett, whatever it is, we got to live. We don't know how long this is going to last. And, that's the most important part about this. We need to appreciate this because we don't know how long this is going to last. And, we've talked about this on the show, right? How it happens once. It just does not keep happening. So when you might win a championship and then not do anything for a long time and win another one, okay, that's fine. But this run where you're winning multiple championships and you're like the top team in the league for several years and all that happens once in your lifetime. Once in your lifetime, pretty much, on average. Okay, on average. Depends. Maybe in baseball you can get away with it because you can spend so much more money than most everybody else. But on average, more often than not, it'll never happen again for you and your team. So you got to take advantage of it now and embrace this because this is really, really cool. We got a real special bunch. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, why can't Bam be like his girlfriend? Yeah, no shot, bro. There's no shot that Bam will ever be like his girlfriend because he's not wired that way. Don't forget, folks, to please smash the hell out of the like button. Excuse me. And you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin donation, of course, which we've been telling you for years. We love the Bitcoin donations. We appreciate it immensely. So if you can, thank you very much. As always, helps us grow as a show. Any way you can support us, visit our amazing sponsors. Let me tell you a little bit about Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom. If you're looking for lawyers you can trust, and the laws nowadays are favoring the insurance companies, so make sure you hire the right lawyers. And Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom, we've been telling you about them for 5 years now, nearly 5 years. They've been on with us on this platform from day one, and they have taken care of a lot of our listeners out there. A lot of our viewers have called, and it's been really impressive. Even myself, when we had a bunch of kids think that they were the Fast and Furious and went right through the wall of our house, Progressive wasn't getting it done, and these guys brought them to their knees. So I'm telling you, and lots of our listeners can tell you, I can't talk about that because that's private, that's on their part, but they know it, and Welton Realm has come through for them for listeners on the West Coast, in Central Florida, and over here in South Florida. We still haven't gotten a customer yet from the Panhandle yet. So anywhere in Florida, you can give them a ring. Remember, they have their own adjusters too. So if you suffer any water damage, any kind of damage, maybe you think your roof is having issues, you got leaks or something, call Jeff Welt and Daniel Realm. They'll send over their adjusters, and then they'll call the insurance companies. Never call the insurance company. Never. You call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom first, and they call the insurance company. And then when the insurance company is hearing from a lawyer, not a customer, you have no idea how they get your attention. Because when they hear from us, they know they can take advantage of us. Because you and I are dumb. We don't know all the rules, all the laws, all the loopholes. They do. Guess who also knows it? Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom. 954-966-4646. Consultation is completely free. Let's see. I had a Chihuahua, just got rid of him because the mother sucker used to bite ankles and used to look at me like my ankle was next. Chihuahuas are vampires. Nah. And Chihuahuas are angels, bro. I don't know how you raised them. I don't know where you got them from. You know what I mean? Did you get him already old, and did you get him already like he was mistreated or whatever or something? I'm not from that world. I think you grab any dog, you bring him into a home, and you give him love. You give him or her a ton of love, and all the dog usually does is give you the same back. You know, that's usually where I come from when it comes to dogs. Has that been your right overall? Yeah. Now, if you get one that's been mistreated and has been through hell, and it's tough. Flashy, rest in peace. We got Flashy, and he was about a year old, maybe 15 months, I think. And the poor dog was a shelter dog the entire time. And so he was scared, bro. Scared. And when we got him, he was terrified and, he was afraid to trust anything and anyone. When you get them from puppies, it's a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know any better, and they grow into a world of love, and they just know. But when you get a dog that has had some, not the easiest of upbringings at the beginning, you're going to have to show patience. You're going to have to show patience. And it took Flashy probably, 3-4 months before he really started to settle down and really get comfortable and be himself, and like the house was his. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you have to be very patient with doggies. And if you're good with them, they'll be good with you. They'll give you whatever love you give them, they're going to give it back to you tenfold. That's my experience. Yeah.
The Canes last night were even worse off than we thought. Manny Diaz was in the building.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
No Canes win with Manny Diaz.
Yeah, I saw that. Manny Diaz rooting on the Carolina Hurricanes because he's the Duke coach. So he's, he's in town. So he's doing his thing, and he's got to, root on the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen, the Panthers need to beat down the Carolina Hurricanes because really, they're in sports, there should only be one hurricane. And it's right here in Miami. Okay? Nowhere else. Should be the Miami Hurricanes and nobody else. So Carolina doesn't deserve to own the Hurricanes. Come here. What's his name? Nora. Or her name? Gloria. Oh, Gloria. Gloria. I want to show Gloria on the Come here, Gloria. Come here. Okay, girl. I got you.
There's Gloria.
I got Gloria. Look at Gloria. Gloria. Say something, Gloria. Really freak us out. Huh? Really freak us out. Goldens, bro. These are the best.
Hi, I'm Gloria.
Heart of gold, man. Heart of gold. Yeah. Gloria's running right back to her owner. Right back to her owner. Oh, man. Beautiful. Dog's behavior is mostly on the owner or its upbringing, how it was treated. A perfect example is the pit bull breed, which are such a devoted and loving family dog unless it's trained to be vicious. Exactly. The people that get them from the, and raise them like a normal dog, they're normal dogs. But of course, if you're not going to raise them like a normal dog, you're going to raise them to be an animal, then they're going to act like an animal. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. It's really not that difficult, So as long as Gloria gets a ton of love, Gloria will always be pan de gloria. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are Hispanic, soft and sweet. That's all you got to do. Give them love, and it's pan de gloria. That's all.
Everybody around here is giving Gloria the love.
Well, I mean, look.
She's
Gloria,
having a great time.
Look at Gloria, dude. And give me a break. You gotta give her love. It's kind of the way it goes. It's automatic. All right. On the sports side, by the way, did you see today is the Knicks Pacers game? And did you see the scene where the idiot Knicks fans were throwing garbage and stuff at the Pacer fan? They were throwing it at Windhorse? Knick fans.
But yes, I do know.
But you saw that, right?
Halliburton. Yep.
Halliburton has him in the game tonight. And not only that, he's going to meet everybody on the team. So Halliburton's going to bring him, whether it's on the court or in the locker room or whatever, or the PR department, wherever they set it up. So the players are also going to give him some love because they've been talking about it because the guy had some gumption. So I'd like to use another word, but I'm in public right now. But he had some gumption to go out there and wear a Pacers Halliburton jersey in New York. And then so all those New Yorkers were pissed at him.
They're throwing full bags of garbage at him.
Full bags of garbage.
Just like unloading.
Like, come on, dude. Like, give me a break. But we see it from Eagles fans, right? There are no bigger idiots in the world than Eagles fans. I mean, Eagles fans are just morons at the highest level, pretty much. But anyway, so Halliburton invited the guy to the game tonight, and he's going to get to meet the team. I'm sure they're going to give him also some what's that called? Some swag and stuff like that. So that is super cool stuff. But it's Hans Perez is the guy's name. He appeared on the Pat McAfee show on Monday and revealed that he was a firefighter and a lifelong Pacers fan. And he was showing off his Pacers tattoo on his wrist before he was surprised by Halliburton with the good news. Everybody in our organization wants to make sure you're taken care of. On a video call from Indy, he says, all the team's excited to meet you. It's all we've been talking about. So it says Perez was followed on the streets by a large crowd of Knicks fans who were celebrating after Friday's victory over the Celtics. After getting hit twice with bags of garbage, Perez continued to walk away as a crowd continued to follow him and heckle him in a clip that has gone viral on social media. Both Halliburton and McAfee expressed sympathy for Perez's situation. Halliburton invited him along with a guest to Game 4 in Indiana next Tuesday. I'm sorry, not tonight, next Tuesday. My bad. I'm pretty sure we can work something out, Perez says, about getting the day off of work. He also thanked Halliburton and began a Let's Go Pacers chant. So good for him, dude. Good for him. And those Knicks fans, they ended up doing him a favor, is what they did. After it's all said and done. Oh, and by the way, of course it can't be Game 1 because it's in New York. So that's why they're doing it in Game 4, because Game 3 and 4 will be in Indiana. What I didn't see, I just saw him walk away. I guess it's right at the beginning of the video. Okay, let's see. Oh.
And then the one guy just keeps following him like all the way down.
You're such losers.
That's the problem with the MSG though. Like,
yeah.
MSG, there's no. You have to go.
You have to right
in
there.
and out of the
in the subway and all that. You have to use it.
Yeah,
you have no choice.
And it's funny
to go through it.
I don't know if you've seen it, but the WWE, they called the Halliburton Brunson thing. They did a show at MSG, and Brunson was in the front row. And Halliburton has been doing things with WWE, getting in the ring and things like that. And they went face to face in the thing.
Oh, okay.
And then now the playoffs have turned out to be, they lucked into it, but it's pretty funny because now they're using that as part of their promotional stuff. Yeah. And then Halliburton was on Raw on Monday talking, and then I guess he did McAfee as well, and making his rounds.
That's cool. I like it. George says Bono and Maiden aren't going to be jealous that you were hugging up on Gloria. Well, they'll be smelling Gloria soon. That'll happen. And when I see them today, all four of them, they'll be giving me an extra smell and go, yo, what's up with that? What is that smell? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. You're cheating on us. You're cheating on us with a Hudson. I just had the Jennifer Hudson of dogs with me there. Let's see. What else do we have going on? The Panthers can beat the Buffalo Bills, especially in the cold. Yes, they could. So many unscrupulous people take advantage of dogs being a pack animal for their own personal gain, which I find disgusting. That's true. I'd rather wear an American flag shirt in Kabul than wear a New York Giants shirt in an Eagles game. Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. True Fin Fan says, I bred dogs for temperament, hips, structure. I championed my show dog in NKC, ABRA, and UKC in structure. I also got his cow 1, 2, and 3 in obedience and work. Yeah. You're way ahead of me, bro. Way ahead of me. Just say, come here, sit down. Here's some food and lots of hugs and kisses.
I'm just happy when my dog sits when I tell it to.
Yeah, me too. I said, I'm happy if it comes. Come. Okay, it comes. You know,
All
that's
right.
it. Yeah, that I don't have to bribe it.
Shake.
Yeah, here's a biscuit. Come running and tackle me. You know. So yeah, you're way ahead of me, bro. Way ahead of me there, bro. Damn, that's some strong stuff there, dude. I gotta say. By the way, on the entertainment side, besides George Wendt losing him, Dream Theater is coming. If any of you are fans, and they're not coming to South Florida. They got a date in Orlando on Friday, September 12th. So if you happen to be going, I will be there on that Friday, September 12th. Yes. Yeah, the Hard Rock. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, in Orlando, it's usually the Hard Rock because it's a small venue. It's not really a big venue, and the tickets aren't crazy priced like the ones here. The ones here in the new Hard Rock here, wow, I love it, but man, it's expensive.
Is that in a hotel there too? Or
Yeah,
the Hard
yeah.
Rock?
So
it
it's
is?
at the Hard
Okay.
Rock in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be awesome. I love Dream Theater. They never come here, dude. It's always Central Florida. Last few times that I've had to go see Dream Theater, I have to go to Central Florida every time. It's like when Slash comes, Slash in the and with this guy and the conspirators, Miles Kennedy. They always just go to Central Florida. That's where they stop. Because of South Florida and our demo, there's just a bunch of bands that don't end up making the trek here. And they stop in Central Florida, dude. It's the weirdest thing. But I kind of understand why they do it because of our demo. So I understand. I know I'm the weirdo in the town, actually. Because I know a lot of people aren't like me. You know, so I kind of understand that. I can take it when I know that I'm the weirdo. I'm good with it. I'm honest. All right, let's go with birthdays for musicians. Might as well, since I'm doing a little entertainment before I get back to a little sports. Gautier celebrating a birthday, the Belgian-born musician, 1980. Somebody I used to know. Adam Wade Gontier. Somebody asked me about that yesterday. I think it was Corso. He is the lead singer of 3 Days Grace. And I took 3 Doors Down yesterday over 3 Days Grace. Let's see who else. Notorious B.I.G. was born on this date in 1972. We lost him in 97. Wow, dude. It's already been 28 years since we lost Biggie. That is crazy, dude. Martin Blunt with the Charlatans or the Charlatans UK. Born in 1964 on this date. Tim Lever from the pop band Dead or Alive, born in 1963. Leo Sayer, When I Need You, I Call Out. Anyway, born in 1948 on this date. Lost him in, did we lose? Oh, we haven't lost him. I was killing Leo before he was dead. Damn it. John Dalton from the Kinks, born in 1943. Hilton Valentine from the original band From the Animals, born in 1943. Ronald Isley from the Isley Brothers, born in 41. And that is it for musicians. Now we go with birthdays of famous people that are not musicians. Or maybe there's a musician that slides in there that we didn't mention. Let's see. Actor Raymond Burr, born in 1917. If I don't say the age here, that means they passed away. Football Hall of Famer Ara Parsegan, coach 1923. Yes, the Canes, I know. Hall of Famer Bobby Cox, born in 41. He's 84 today. Let's see who else. Al Franken, comedian and U.S. Senator, born in 51. He's 74. Mr. T, born in 52. He's 73. Judge Reinhold, actor, born in 57. He's 68. Nick Cassavetes, actor, filmmaker, born in 59. He's 66. Why would they put Jeffrey Dahmer on this list? Seriously. Like, really? So we really need to go over his birthday today? Did he earn the right to be put on the damn list? Because he's famous, because he killed people? Because we all know he killed people? Olympic diver Tom Daly, born in 94. He's 31. Josh Allen, your favorite QB out there, born in 96. He's 29. And that is it. Sean Stanley, do you have wrestlers?
Yes, sir, I do. Crimson turns 40. Elton Prince, he turns 28. Garrett Dillon is 40. Kota Ibushi is 43. Leva Bates turns 42. Sean Mooney is 66. And WWE Hall of Famer Mr. T turns 73. Those are your birthdays for May 21st, 2025.
All right, Josh, is it your birthday because you want a shout out, or are you saying happy birthday to Ricky Williams? Because he wasn't on the list. They have a killer, but they don't have Ricky Williams, who killed our season, by the way. He did kill a season by quitting and going to smoke weed. He's also a killer also. There's Tannekill, and then there's Ricky Kill. He's 48. Okay. So happy birthday to Ricky Williams. Oh, it is. Happy birthday, Josh. There you go. Happy birthday to you, my brother. I can't sing it because I'm not getting sued for $10,000, but it's all good. Happy birthday. But we wish you a happy birthday, Josh. There you go. All right. I hope Alexa gets you that ice cream cake that you want. 2 ice cream cakes, Alexa. A chocolate one and a vanilla one. That way he can alternate. You know? It's one of those things. All right. What else do we have? We got music history. I'll try to pull that up if the damn page comes up. Do they? Oh, the internet. Well, but that's...
Because I can only get one of the wrestling ones on here, too.
Yeah, but
it's an opposite of the one I can't get it accurate.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. We're back at 109. Oh, 108, 985. Sell it all. Yeah, sell it all.
Hopefully people understand we're being sarcastic and don't
Yes.
discount.
Yeah, plus we're not financial advisors anyway, so it's not like you should be listening to us, right? Not that I know anything or get anything right, so, you know. All
You're
right.
a weirdo.
I am a weirdo. That's a fact. All right, let's get to music history. We'll do it on the phone. We go to 1980, where the Clash's Joe Strummer was arrested following a gig in Hamburg, Germany, where he allegedly smashed his guitar over the head of an audience member. He was released after alcohol tests came back negative. Because he was on drugs. In 83, David Bowie went to #1 on the singles charts with Let's Dance, his second song to top the American charts. In 2000, Stone Temple Pilots singer Scott Weiland married model Mary Forsberg, along with Scott's STP bandmates. Red Hot Chili Pepper singer Anthony Kiedis also attended the event. In 73, the Edgar Winter Group had the #1 song in the country with Frankenstein. In 79, Elton John started a tour in Russia where he played the first 8 concerts, making him the first Western star to ever do so. In 2001, U2 singer Bono and his wife Ali became proud parents of a baby boy. They named him John Abraham. And in 2007, former Creed singer Scott Stapp was arrested at his home in Florida and charged with assault after a domestic dispute. And there you go. By the way, speaking of Bono, I don't know, Pat in Asheville, are you still watching right now? Are you still watching at this moment? Give me a yay there on the chat board, so I know you picked up on this. We just lost Mike Peters from The Alarm. And I was watching a Mike Peters interview yesterday on YouTube. I do random shit. And so I like The Alarm, and, you know, the whole Peters loss from a few weeks ago is kind of, you know, got me a little bit. And I was so blessed that I was able to see him live. So that was great. And so I'm watching an interview. And Pat, if you're watching, I know you're a monster YouTube fan like I am. I didn't know this fact. Mike Peters taught Bono how to play the harmonica. Bono caught Peters playing the harmonica because he used to play a part of his gig, and he would have it, like, you know, on his chin. He could play guitar and the harmonica and all that stuff, and it was part of his thing. And you notice that, you know, that years after that, whether it's what is it, Mining Town, a couple songs that have harmonica in it, right? And it's Bono playing the harmonica. And it was Mike Peters who Bono, you know, saw him playing it, and they were at a show together. And he goes, hey, come back after the gig, and I'll teach you, you know, a couple things. And he taught him how to play some stuff on the harmonica, and the rest is history. And then whenever you see Bono play the harmonica, the guy that taught him, the guy that influenced him, was Mike Peters from The Alarm. That's pretty cool. I thought, you know, as a U2 fan, as a Mike Peters fan, also, I like The Alarm too. I just wanted to kind of, you know, get to know Mike a little bit more and find out more about, you know, him and The Alarm and his interviews and all that kind of stuff. You kind of do that. You want to reminisce a little bit, you know, about the band, but then you want to just delve in a little farther and find out about a little bit more about the people you admire and you've been listening to for many years. So that was cool. That was a cool little fun fact. So yeah. Ricky should be on April 20th. That's true. That's true. That's true. He's on 421, not 420. That's it's 520. It should be 420. But yeah, you are correct, sir. By the way, today, folks, I forgot to mention, today is day 18,713. 18,713 days since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Lombardi Trophy. Okay. So that's what it's been. It's been a while. Aaron Murray. Did you see this story? Well, that's the Georgia quarterback. This is kind of a Dolphin story in a way. So the football season approaches 2025. And after falling short in college football semifinals against the eventual national champion Ohio State, the Longhorns will be looking to advance with a young leader under center. Quarterback Arch Manning, a redshirt sophomore, now will officially inherit the Texas offense from starter Quinn Ewers, the Dolphins' 7th-round pick. And there will be severely high expectations on him than his predecessor due to his name alone. Manning put up 939 yards and 9 touchdowns in 10 appearances last season, with the bulk coming when Ewers was forced to miss time due to an injury. He was more than serviceable in his backup position as a freshman, going undefeated and earning high praise that got him pegged as a Heisman Trophy favorite. However, the hype always comes with its haters, and there's always some spreading conjecture about Manning's potential shortcomings. In comes Aaron. Aaron Murray has expressed his doubts in Manning's abilities to deliver a championship to Texas and prove himself the presumed number 1 overall pick in the 26th draft. If you are so good, why in the hell are you not playing above a 7th-round quarterback? Murray said of Manning's inability to surpass Ewers on the depth chart last season when the 21-year-old was struggling to find consistency late in the year. Okay, so I get that Aaron Murray probably has learned something about this business. Do the things that Omar Kelly does. Say a lot of crazy shit. Say shit that makes no sense whatsoever. Say stuff that will piss people off so you can get them going. Right? I love Omar. I'd do anything for him as a friend. Okay? He calls me anything. But I will not bullshit. And when he was on the show, I would tell him that he was out of his mind. And I think I would go on to prove why he was out of his mind in all those discussions. But that's another discussion. But anyway, like the latest I saw from Omar, I saw it over the weekend. Have you seen this tweet? I ran into it on the timeline. The Dolphins should really bring back Xavier Howard. Seriously, dude. Like, if I didn't, I know that it's not the case, but if I didn't know him, I thought he was a drunk and a drug addict. Seriously, with the crazy shit he says sometimes. And I don't care that he's friends with X or whatever. Doesn't help your credibility. You don't do that. So Aaron Murray, okay? Aaron Murray is doing some Omar Kelly stuff, or he's really stupid. I don't know which one it is. Okay? I'm not sure. First of all, he says, bring a championship to Texas. I'm sorry, did Peyton Manning bring a championship to Tennessee? Oh, okay. Did Eli bring a championship to Tennessee? No. Did he even win 10 games at Ole Miss? Did he win a Super Bowl? Did he win 2? Did Peyton Manning win a Super Bowl? Did Archie Manning win a national championship? No. It's a team game, Aaron Murray. I know you used to be a quarterback, and I know it's the offseason, and you're desperate, and you know what I mean? This is why I don't play this game. It's boring to not play this game because I'm not going to say a lot of those crazy things because I don't think any of that. I'm sorry. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry. Does Arch Manning come from the money that Archie didn't have, probably, and Peyton didn't have? Do they? I don't think Archie Manning made any money, but Peyton and Eli made money. So the families, right? So Arch is coming from. Does he need money? He's not in a hurry to get to the NFL. He's got his grandfather and his father. Or no, actually, neither one of them is father. This is the other brother's son. These are his uncles. So his uncles and his grandfather are, well, his grandfather should be a Hall of Famer, but he was stuck in New Orleans. Aaron Murray wouldn't know that, of course. But anyway, so the point is, first of all, this kid comes from money. He doesn't need to hurry up to be the guy. He's going to take his time. He's a redshirt sophomore. So he's going to get to play his 2 years. He gets to enjoy the college life. I believe Peyton stayed for a senior season. I believe he went through the entire college thing and he did not leave in his junior year. The Mannings are wired differently. And if this idiot Aaron Murray wants to bet against Arch Manning after he didn't, but after knowing about Archie Manning, then seeing Peyton and Eli, you've got to be pretty stupid to bank against that guy. You got to be pretty ignorant to think that he's such in a hurry that he's a spoiled brat like some of these NIL punks that if they don't get their way the first week they're there, they want to transfer right away. Arch Manning's not thinking like that, bro. He's thinking like a pro quarterback. He's taking his time to develop because his uncles and his grandfather are telling him there's no hurry in this process. Take it easy. Arch Manning already has the maturity that Aaron Murray lacks. That's how impressive Arch Manning is. That he's not acting like a spoiled punk. That he's not acting like a kid that easily can get his way at any time. Not acting like that at all. No hurry. And why would you want to throw the kid out there as a freshman? But see, this is why you are, fishing in the off season. And this is why, a guy like Aaron Murray can only talk about one sport. We talk about this all the time, don't we, on the show? Writers or broadcasters or people that are stuck in one sport, this is all they can write about. This is all they can talk about. So Aaron Murray doesn't know any baseball or basketball or hockey or Bitcoin or anything. He's not going to talk about any of that. They hired him because he's a guy that can only talk football, college football. So we're in May, and you got to come up with some stupid subject to stir it up. So let me see. Let me take a shot at Arch Manning because, of course, he's going to be a failure because every Manning's a failure because every Manning's not brought up the right way and bred the right way and all of that. So, just kind of, it's one of those things that this game that people play, I just don't allow it to slide, dude. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Osmani Garcia and, of course, the people at Omega Realty Group. Call my guy Osmani at 305-440-1990. Folks, if you are serious about selling your home, all right, call Osmani now. Anywhere in Florida, he can guarantee that he's going to sell your home in 30 days or he'll buy it himself. I've known him for a long time, for over 15 years, and he'll tell you no excuses, no delays, no fine print games. Call him. Find out if your home qualifies, 305-440-1990. If you're serious about it and maybe you're struggling right now, if somebody's slacking and they're not getting it done, my guy will get it done. Nobody works harder than Osmani, so please give him a ring, 305-440-1990. All right. Corso, again, thank you for the super chat. Terrence Trent D'Arby or Rockwell? Come on, bro. I got to go with Terrence. Rockwell had one hit, and that was because Barry Gordy and company all put it together for him. And then you got Michael Jackson. Then Barry went and got Michael Jackson to sing the chorus, and that's it. And that's why it was it. And he never did anything again. Terrence Trent D'Arby, actually, that album with Wishing Well and Dance Little Sister, and it's got like 4 or 5 really good songs, dude. So I think that's kind of an insult to Terrence, to be quite honest. Samatre or something is his name, or something like that. He doesn't go by Terrence Trent D'Arby anymore. He goes by his real name, which is Samatre or something. It's some name that I cannot pronounce and I cannot remember. Anyway, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We are coming to you live from Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Back with more right here on the Big O Radio Show.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world. The Sloman Shield.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help. South Florida, listen carefully. Osmani Garcia with Omega Realty Group is changing the game. He's not just listing homes. He's guaranteeing to sell yours in 30 days or less, or he'll buy it himself. No excuses, no delays, no fine print games. This is real. If you're serious about selling, call 305-440-1990 and see if your home qualifies. Osmani Garcia delivers results. Osmani Garcia, the home of the 30-day sale guaranteed, where guarantees are backed by action. Call now, don't wait. This market won't wait for you. Restrictions apply. Call 305-440-1990.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru. Rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All right. We're back here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And, of course, we are running a special Memorial Day sales event that honors those who protect, serve, and care for our communities. The Memorial Day, you're eligible if you're a U.S. military personnel and first responder. You're going to receive an additional $500 discount off the MSRP on any new Subaru vehicle. So reach out to people like my man Eric here, Eric Stampone, 754-799-4129. And reach out to Eric, and Eric is here to join us at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And
yes, sir.
Brother, the Panthers last night.
The best. Yeah, they played really good.
Dominant, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Dominant. That was just like, and it's funny. My wife nailed it. She goes, when they fell behind 2-0 on Toronto, she goes, probably all those days off, they didn't come in as sharp. And
that's what happened vice versa this time.
Yep. They were waiting for us for 5 days.
Yes.
We had the day off and then back at it, and
you're fresh
and
you're still in it.
Yeah, you're in a groove.
Yes.
You're not fresh, but you're in a groove.
Right.
And because you're fresh, you're not in a groove. You're not hitting and all. And then you have to then face a really physical team like the Panthers.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm loving them. You know, I'm a diehard Panther fan. Yeah, so it's great. Our I think the big difference from the beginning of the playoffs to now is our defense. Our defense is like finally firing all cylinders.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and Bob is playing out of his mind.
The best.
Because we're going to give away some breakaways every once in a while because of the way they play defense. Yeah. But those are the moments where Bob has to be Bob. He has to be. And there were a couple moments in weeks past where, a couple of goals got in and all that. But you're right. The defense has been on, and Bob has been.
If he's locked in, we're almost impossible to beat,
Right.
I think. Yeah. If he's dialed in, we can't be beat.
Well, you're too young, but in '96,
I was there when I was 5 years old. I was at that
We
game
had-
in Miami.
yeah, with your dad, obviously with Tony.
Yeah, yeah.
But we had no scoring.
Right.
We couldn't score with a fistful of dollars in a whorehouse.
Van Breesbrook was our goalie.
Right.
Yeah.
But you couldn't score on Beezer.
Yeah.
He was on his head the entire time. I covered that team. I was in the locker rooms for all those games.
Oh, wow.
And dude, it was amazing because they had to win games 1-0, 2-1. That's it. And that's the other thing I see with Carolina. They don't have our firepower.
Nah.
So if you fall behind 2-3 goals
You're
on
done. You can't fall behind us. Nah.
You can't.
Nah.
Well, if you have Toronto,
Right.
they have scorers.
Right.
They have the potential of matching you. Carolina doesn't.
Right.
You go up on them, dude. Last night, I thought that they would be almost as physical as us, and I learned that really they're not as physical as we are. Okay. The one thing I knew is they didn't have our skill. And once I saw we took the lead, I was like, okay, bro, they're not coming back on us. Not the way Bob's playing.
2 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals, we had Carolina and we swept them.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get through Carolina. Who we play in the finals is going to be tough.
Well, tonight?
Yeah,
Well,
because
it starts Oilers and Stars.
Those teams both scare me. So I think we're going to get through Carolina, but the finals, whoever wins that, Dallas or Edmonton, both those teams that's going to be a good finals.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hopefully.
But we have the team that's built for this.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Our
bro.
coach is the best.
Yeah.
Paul Maurice.
Yeah. Paul Maurice is an absolute beast, dude.
Yeah.
Almost as beastly as the Solterra, which is the one I'm looking for. Almost, because that might be my vehicle in 2026, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting a vehicle in the beginning of 2026.
We got the inventory.
And
we
the
got them here.
Solterra is one, and it's electric.
Electric. You got the range. It's 220 miles range, and the specials that Subaru put out on those Solterras are fantastic. You got 0% financing up to 72 months.
Yeah.
And you could lease that car for it's $297 with no money down. So it's a great deal on that car. You should get that car.
Ridiculous.
I know a guy.
And Eric, so make sure you call him. How about the Forester? I know that's another hybrid, like the Solterra is electric, and I love it. That's one of the ones that I'm targeting in 2026. The Forester is another one that I see out in the street a lot, dude, and that's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so the Forester model has been around a while.
Yeah.
But the newest model we have that Subaru just released is the Forester hybrid. So you still have the regular Forester. Those are here.
And you'll see them all over the damn place.
Yeah, and now we're getting a lot of these Subarus pushing these Forester hybrids. So that's like our hottest car right now. We can't keep them here. As soon as that car gets here,
what's that puppy getting like per gallon?
So what's interesting with hybrids, so with a regular engine, the way the manufacturer does it is you got a city MPG,
right?
You got a highway MPG, and then you got the combined MPG.
Right.
Highway's always higher, right? With a hybrid, the city's higher because the hybrid engine kicks in at lower speeds.
Exactly.
So the city's higher than highway. I believe it's 36 miles per gallon city.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because you're not using nearly as much gas in the city.
Yeah, and what's cool is you take a regular Forester,
because that's where you use all your gas, starting, stopping. So it's really smart for the electric engine to kick in at that point.
Yes. Yep. And it's not a plug-in hybrid. So the way it works is that when you every time you brake, you're charging the electric battery. That's how it works.
Right.
And what's cool is the regular Forester as opposed to the Forester hybrid. So you have different packages. Let's say you have the same package. So you take a regular Forester premium, and then you got the Forester hybrid premium. The difference in MSRP is only $1,800.
Wow.
It's you get great value for upgrading to the hybrid, and you'll probably make the money back in what you're going to save in gas.
And remember, folks, Memorial Weekend now, first responders, military personnel, you're going to get $500 off. And if you mention yours truly, you tell them you heard it on the Big O Show, you will get another $500 off. So there you go. You see the QR codes there. You can use them on the website. The WRX and the VRZ, the purple, those are funky looking cars. The kids must love those cars, dude.
Yeah.
Kids and women, I bet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that the demo that usually, because I can't see the older guys doing like me.
Yeah, so that's the new color. They're only making a certain amount of them. They're hard to keep here too. I'm not getting a whole bunch of them. It's called Galaxy Purple. It's cool because it's
funky color.
It's
bro.
dark.
Yeah.
It's like a really dark purple. And yeah, people like them. I like it. I think it's unique.
I think it's a cool color, bro.
We have one WRX purple here in the showroom. That's what we got in the showroom. And then we have one purple BRZ here that's available. WRX, it comes with automatic or manual. We could get both those cars. For whatever reason, BRZ, you can't get an automatic right now. Subaru makes it, but they're non-existent. They closed the orders and there's none in the whole state. So BRZs are all manual right now. But if you need an automatic, you could do a WRX automatic.
Okay.
Which is sweet.
Okay. And listen, folks, one of the things that you're going to love, there was a movie called Matilda, right? And DeVito was the crooked car salesman in that one, right? And when you talk about like you come out here, it's a relaxed place. The salesmen and women actually are super cool. You know, Subaru's vibe is it's not a DeVito type vibe.
Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
See what I mean? You're not going to get that there, okay? You know how it is, how the way you guys work here. I mean, it's not like I'm smart, you're dumb. We're gonna tell you what to do and all that. That's just one of the things I like about you guys here. It's really a relaxed atmosphere. Everybody's wearing a nice, what's it called, a polo, not a tie, and all that kind of stuff. It's not a stuffy atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a good scene from Matilda. That like cliche car guy.
He's turning the miles back.
Yeah. The other one. What's the other one that I hear? I think it's in Casino, the one with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
There's a scene with Robert De Niro in a car dealership, but yeah, that's not at all at Subaru Pembroke Pines. You know, like you said, it's no pressure environment, very family friendly, pet friendly. I want everybody to just have a good experience when they come here. If you don't purchase, it's okay. Like it's horrible that customers have that feeling of like they're nervous if they don't buy. Like that's horrible.
Right.
Not the case at all. You should come here and have fun and get information, and that's it. And if you choose to buy, great. And you get a new car,
and you get a car that is highly thought of by the customer. Number one rated.
Yeah.
The reliability is through the freaking roof.
Safety, 5-star safety rate.
Yeah.
I like meeting every customer that comes here just to say hello. I'm a natural people person.
Right.
And when people say like, my Yosmar was fantastic. The experience was great. I'm not buying today, but wonderful facility, great team. It's like the best. It means it means the world to me. That's the ultimate compliment. That's what we want to do.
You won't get the closeout with Matilda telling her dad or telling Eric that
Daddy, you're a crook.
So no crooks here. Okay, so they're going to take care of you out here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. You guys got a Memorial Day sales event going.
Yeah, all Memorial Day weekend. I know you mentioned it. And
remember, mention our name, you get another $500 off.
Yeah. So any first responder, active military, veterans, anything of that nature, you will get an additional $500 off. So that's the least we could do to honor our fallen soldiers. So
you'll be watching the Western Conference Finals today.
Yeah. No, that series is going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That series is going to be awesome.
Playoff hockey is the best.
It's the best. You can't beat it.
I love the NFL is my favorite.
Yeah.
It doesn't come close to playoff hockey, bro.
Yeah.
It does not come close to playoff hockey.
The passion they're all going
The
100%.
physicality.
And then they shake their hands when it's all done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
That's what you want.
Let's beat each other up, right?
Right.
And then shake hands.
You know who
It's done.
you
Good
know who
job.
does that all the time?
Yeah.
MMA, UFC.
Yep. Honor and
They
respect.
beat the crap out of each other.
And then they're hugging.
And then they're hugging after, bro.
Yep.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
But, and what I love about it is you never walk away from a Panthers game or hockey in general where you say, that guy wasn't trying. You know, like Soto the other day for the Mets, or Tyreek Hill quitting on the team.
Luka sometimes on defense.
Or Jimmy Butler, you know, goes to a tennis tournament and doesn't play the next day.
Yeah. Doesn't exist.
That does not exist.
It's the culture. You wouldn't last in the NHL if you were doing that. They
Kinda-
hold each other accountable.
By the way, same thing here in Subaru.
Yeah.
Your culture.
Yeah.
Same way.
Culture's big with any team or business or anything. Culture's big.
Yeah.
So
I know Alan and everybody out here, you know, that's kind of what your thing is culture. It's one of those things that when you see it, you'll see how they carry themselves. It's just different. It's much more relaxed. You come out here, you're not pressured. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's going to be fun, man.
Thanks.
All right, Eric. Appreciate
Big
you,
O.
my brother.
You the man.
We will catch up next month, my
All
friend.
right, cheers.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
There you go.
Go Panthers. Go Panthers.
Damn right. Eric Stampone out here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Love it. Thank you, sir. Where are we at right now? Where's Bitcoin at? Are we climbing? Let's see. Let me see where we at here. Whoa. We're at 109,632. I tweeted out, we're going to 110. We're almost there, dude. Well, I mean, if you go to crypto.com right now, we're easily over 110. We're like at 110, 110.5. Yeah. Like they're selling it to you at way more expensive price. But yeah, wow. We're about to hit 110. That is amazing. 109,668 right now is where we're at with Bitcoin. That is absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Alex says, I actually downloaded that Terrence Trent D'Arby album a couple months ago on Apple Music. Sounds fresh still. Yeah. My favorite song is Dance Little Sister. That is a great song from Terrence. Dance Little Sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't know, something like that. It's a great song. And in that song, in the expansion years of the Heat dancers would dance to that song, actually. I know because I was a season ticket holder with my girlfriend, now wife, in those days. My wife and I were, when we were boyfriend, girlfriend, we were season ticket holders for the Heat for the first 4 years. And then after that, I got into, I became a media member and never bought tickets again. And to this day, I've still never bought tickets to any event when it comes to sports. So it is what it is. I'm sure I'll start buying them now, one day, whenever I feel like going. Although there won't be many games that I really want to go to. It'll be more big games like a Super Bowl or something like that. I doubt I'll be able to want to go to any real regular season games. I'm pretty good doing it on television. I'm fine with that. I could go to a Super Bowl because it's so damn historic. That would be something that would definitely entice me. Because, man, I am dying to go to a Super Bowl for my Dolphins. I've been to Super Bowls for a bunch of other teams and not the Dolphins, which is just absolutely terrible. So, got to complete that. That's the one I got to complete in my lifetime. What else do we have to talk about? You guys got any questions? Anything else out there? Think Blue Dodgers is checking in from L.A. He's smoking up on the clock and listening to the Sportstradamus. Thank you, sir. That is very nice of you. Very nice of you. I would like to see if we can hit 110. That would be nice if we can hit 110. Remember, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And I don't think that altcoins are doing that great, right? Let's see. Jasmy's up 5%. Caspa's up almost 6%. Solana's up 4.5%. Avalanche is up 6%. Chainlink up almost 6%. Star Atlas almost up. Dow, at least, is up almost 6%. Alethea is up 7%. Immutable X is 7%. So there is some movement. Van Archain is up 10%. Okay. All coins have moved a little bit. Not like Bitcoin, but it's moving. It's moving. And we're at 109,682 right now, which is truly amazing. All right. Poor Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff, I mean, he must be losing his mind if he saw that story where they converted lead into gold. The gold people better be careful. Scientists have figured out how to convert lead into gold. Something tells me the value of Bitcoin is going to go up even faster. If what scientists developed turns out to be something that is permanent and they can do it and turn lead into gold. Wow. And if you haven't seen that story, I read it. I shared it with you guys. What was it, like a week or two ago? Something like that? Like a week or two ago, it was that they did that, which is...
Last week.
It was last week. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right. Anyway. So what else do we have going on in the world? Bless you. So Panthers waiting for game 2 on Thursday. We've got so far nothing going on heat-wise. Nothing's going to go on heat-wise anyways until the offseason, until that starts. And we've got to get through the NBA finals for all of that stuff. What else do we have going on? Football-wise, haven't heard any movement whatsoever on a corner. Haven't seen anything on what else? Well, corners are one thing that they do need. I know that. They need corners. And that's about it. I haven't seen anything on corners or anything else that they are trying to acquire or sign. I think what's going on is some of these old guys, you don't want to sign them till you start getting into training camp so you don't risk injury. 2, I think some guys are turning down the Dolphins and taking other gigs. The other day, somebody signed. Was it no, it wasn't Samuel. Was it Rasul Butler that signed with somebody? I kind of get a feeling that, and this is not any kind of special insight or anything, I think they're also going to have a little trouble in recruiting, because if other teams need corners and they're in a much better shape, listen, no agent, remember this, no agent is telling their free agent clients, you're going there to win. Let's be honest now. The way the Dolphins handled the offseason, they didn't handle it like their jobs were on the line. I'm telling you, they handled the job like they're going to give Mike McDaniel a last chance and they're moving on from him. And I think Chris Greer survives, is what it seems like. And I'm telling you, if he survives, which I hope he does, but if he survives, it's because McDaniel's not his selection, which again, it just doesn't seem like it would be his selection. But right now, no agent is telling their player, oh, I want to win. Oh, yeah, let's get you signed with Miami. No, you want to make money? All right, I could try to extract more money out of them. You're in a no-tax state. You can play there for a year or two. That's what's going on. Nobody's coming here. And so you're not going to get the player that still thinks they have gas in the tank and they want to try to win a championship and all that. No player that thinks they want to win a championship, has the aspirations of wanting to win a championship, is coming to the Miami Dolphins. Okay? No free agent. Not one of them. Calais Campbell wanted to win. He wasn't coming back here. He was going to go to Baltimore or the team that gave him a lot of money. And Arizona gave him a lot of money. But he wasn't ever coming back here. Holland wanted out. Even though I get it, you really shouldn't re-sign Holland because you don't know if those knee injuries are something that really affected him, because he was never the same again from those knee injuries 2 years ago. So I get it, but he wanted out. He didn't want to be here anymore. Just like Jalen Ramsey. People know around the league. Okay? They know what's going on. They know that this is not a good place. So the fact that you're not seeing a ton of movement, it's twofold. One, I don't think the sense of urgency is there, because I think they, on a late stage, they realized they screwed up re-signing him. They realized that they don't have the environment to win. You know, the environment that the Panthers have, they don't have that with the Dolphins. Who are we kidding? So the fact that you're not seeing a ton of news, it's because people don't want to be a part of the Miami Dolphins, and the Miami Dolphins can't go out and overpay for people like they normally have because they don't have the money. And they're going to have less once they get rid of Ramsey. So this is why I keep telling you this is not a good situation. Just the way you see the bond markets, the 10 and 30-year bond rates going up, because the country has to keep offering higher rates to people for their returns, because nobody wants to buy the U.S. debt anymore, because the U.S. debt is at such an out-of-control pace that the people that follow money know they can't fix that. These people are headed for stagflation. These people are headed for hyperinflation. That dollar is going to crumble. So same way that around the world they're dumping U.S. debt and they're not buying it anymore, it's the same way right now. Nobody's buying the Dolphin debt. Nobody wants it. And players that are coming here are just coming here to keep their careers alive and earn some money. But none of them are coming here with the intentions like Brad Marchand has of winning a championship with the Florida Panthers. So ultimately, what's driving this season is the lack of interest from within their business. So I know how the season will end. I don't know how everything else will shake out. And we'll find out. We'll find out. I'm sure McDaniel will get fired. I don't know after that. And I know we'll disagree on the other stuff, but that's fine. That's fine. Nyborg says, I'm still waiting for the Dolphins to roll out a bottle of Night Train wine and Dolphins koozie to start at CB. That's funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank Alan and all the great people out here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines for making it happen for us. Lene, all the fantastic people that are part of this. We really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Congratulations to all of you that got on the Bitcoin train with me a while back, and you're enjoying the fruits of your guts now as you watch Bitcoin climb to maybe 110. We're at 109,615 right now. So it's a beautiful thing. Appreciate you all out there. Thanks to Sean Stanley. I want to thank Eric Stampone also. And remember, come on out here to Subaru Pembroke Pines. They've got the Memorial Day sales event going on. If you're a first responder, if you're a military veteran, currently in the military. They will give you $500 off. And remember, we'll give you $500 off the MSRP. And if you mention my name, you will get another $500 off. So there you go. Take advantage and tell them that Big O sent you. We shall see you tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock at Hialeah Park. Be good out there.
This is the Big O Show.